As people move past the age of 60, the kidneys continue working every second, filtering blood, balancing fluids, and removing waste, but they no longer have the same strength they once did. This change does not happen suddenly, and most seniors never feel it happening. Over the years, tiny filtering units inside the kidneys naturally decrease in number, which means less filtration power overall. When younger, the kidneys can easily handle large amounts of protein and quickly clear the waste that protein creates, but aging kidneys must work longer and harder to do the same job. Protein metabolism produces nitrogen waste, and this waste must be removed through urine. If the kidneys are slower, waste remains in the blood longer, quietly increasing stress on the entire body. Many seniors still eat protein the same way they did decades ago, believing more protein always means more strength. What they often do not realize is that the same portion of protein now creates a much heavier workload for their kidneys. This extra strain builds slowly and silently. There is usually no pain, no early alarm, and no dramatic sign. Instead, the body whispers through low energy, poor sleep, mild swelling in the legs or hands, reduced appetite, or mental fog. These signs are often blamed on aging itself, when in reality the kidneys are asking for relief. Blood flow also plays an important role in kidney aging. As arteries stiffen with age, the tiny blood vessels inside the kidneys receive less efficient circulation. Reduced blood flow means reduced filtration ability. When heavy or hard to digest proteins are consumed regularly, the kidneys respond by increasing internal pressure to keep up. Over time, this pressure damages delicate kidney structures. This damage does not reverse easily, which is why prevention is far more powerful than treatment. Another hidden factor is mineral balance. Aging kidneys struggle more with regulating phosphorus, calcium, and sodium levels. Excess protein intake can disturb this balance, affecting bones, heart rhythm, and blood vessels. Seniors may focus only on muscles, but kidney health is closely connected to overall vitality. Healthy kidneys help protect the heart, brain, and bones, making daily life more active and independent. Hydration habits often change later in life. Many older adults drink less water to avoid nighttime bathroom trips. Less fluid means protein waste becomes more concentrated in the blood. When dehydration combines with high protein intake, kidney stress increases even further. Even good quality protein can become harmful if kidneys are forced to process waste without enough water to help flush it out. Understanding that kidneys age just like joints and muscles is not a limitation, it is wisdom. Protein remains essential, but the choice amount and timing must adapt to what the body can handle now. When seniors respect these changes, they often feel lighter, clearer, and more energetic. Supporting kidney function early allows the body to age with strength rather than struggle, and that single awareness can protect health quietly for years to come. Many people believe that if a little protein is good, then more must be even better. But for seniors, this way of thinking can quietly create serious problems. As the body ages, the kidneys lose some of their natural filtering efficiency, and when too much protein or the wrong type of protein is eaten consistently, the kidneys are forced to work beyond their comfortable limits. Protein digestion produces waste products such as urea and creatinine, and these substances must be filtered out of the blood. When protein intake is too high or poorly chosen, these waste products accumulate faster than the kidneys can remove them, leading to silent stress that may continue for years without obvious warning signs. What makes this situation dangerous is how quietly it unfolds. Unlike a stomach problem that causes immediate discomfort or a headache that demands attention, kidney stress rarely announces itself early. Instead, the body adapts for as long as it can. The kidneys increase pressure inside their filtering units to keep waste moving. This extra pressure damages fragile structures over time, but the person often feels completely normal. Seniors may continue eating the same foods day after day, unaware that slow damage is occurring beneath the surface. The type of protein matters just as much as the amount. Certain proteins create more acid in the body and leave behind heavier metabolic waste. When these proteins are eaten regularly, especially without enough vegetables or fluids, the kidneys must neutralize excess acid while also filtering waste. This double workload accelerates wear and tear over months and years. This can reduce kidney function enough to affect the heart, bones and brain, because kidneys play a key role in maintaining balance throughout the body. Inflammation adds another layer of risk. Poor protein choices can increase inflammation in blood vessels, including those that supply the kidneys. Reduced blood flow means reduced filtration. At the same time, many seniors already live with conditions like high blood pressure or diabetes, which further strain kidney function. When heavy protein intake is added on top of these conditions, kidney damage can progress faster, even though the person may still feel reasonably well. Another reason this problem goes unnoticed is because the early signs are subtle and easily dismissed. Feeling tired more often, waking up unrefreshed, noticing puffy ankles, experiencing dry or itchy skin, or changes in urination patterns are often seen as normal parts of aging. In reality, these can be signs that kidneys are struggling to manage excess protein waste. By the time blood tests reveal a clear problem, kidney function may already be significantly reduced. This is why awareness is so important. Eating protein does not become dangerous overnight, and seniors do not need to fear it. The risk comes from repeated daily choices made without understanding how the body has changed. Choosing proteins that are easier to process, controlling portions, and supporting the kidneys with hydration and balanced meals can prevent slow damage that might otherwise take years to be detected. Small decisions made consistently can protect kidney health quietly, preserving strength, clarity, and independence far into later life. Red meat has long been seen as a symbol of strength and nourishment, and for many people it has been a regular part of meals for most of their lives. However, as the body ages, the way it handles red meat changes in important ways, especially for the kidneys. Red meat contains high levels of certain amino acids that produce acid when they are broken down in the body. In younger years, the kidneys can easily neutralize and eliminate this acid, but aging kidneys do not have the same reserve. When acid builds up, the kidneys must work harder to restore balance, and this constant extra effort slowly wears them down. Another factor that makes red meat challenging for seniors is its effect on inflammation. Red meat is often high in saturated fat, which can trigger inflammatory responses in the body. Inflammation affects blood vessels, including the tiny vessels that supply the kidneys. When these vessels become stiff or narrowed, blood flow to the kidneys decreases. Reduced blood flow means less efficient filtration, forcing the kidneys to increase internal pressure to keep up with waste removal. Over time, this pressure damages delicate kidney structures without causing pain or immediate symptoms. Red meat also places a heavy nitrogen load on the kidneys. During digestion, protein from red meat is broken down into waste products that must be filtered from the blood. Because red meat protein is dense and concentrated, it creates more waste than many other protein sources. When eaten frequently, this constant stream of waste can overwhelm aging kidneys, allowing harmful substances to linger in the bloodstream longer than they should. This can contribute to fatigue, poor appetite, and mental fog, symptoms often attributed to getting older rather than kidney stress. Portion size and frequency play a huge role as well. Many seniors continue eating red meat in the same amounts they did years ago, not realizing that the kidney's capacity has changed. Large servings eaten several times a week can significantly increase kidney workload. Even when blood tests still appear normal, microscopic damage may already be occurring. This is why kidney decline linked to diet is often discovered late. Preparation methods can make the problem worse. Fried, grilled at high temperatures, or heavily seasoned red meat creates compounds that increase oxidative stress in the body. These compounds further inflame tissues and burden the kidneys with additional toxins to remove. When red meat is combined with salty sauces or processed seasonings, sodium intake rises, increasing blood pressure and adding another layer of kidney strain. This does not mean red meat must disappear completely from a senior's diet. It means awareness and moderation are essential. Choosing smaller portions, eating it less often, and pairing it with vegetables and adequate hydration can reduce its impact. Replacing some red meat meals with gentler protein sources gives the kidneys a chance to breathe. Understanding how red meat affects aging kidneys allows seniors to make choices that preserve function quietly, helping the body stay balanced and resilient as the years move forward. Processed meats are often chosen for convenience, familiarity, and taste, but for seniors they can quietly become one of the harshest foods for kidney health. These include sausages, hot dogs, bacon, deli slices, salami, and other cured or smoked meats that have been treated to last longer and taste stronger. While they do provide protein, they also come loaded with substances that place heavy stress on aging kidneys. One of the biggest dangers is their extremely high sodium content. Excess sodium pulls more fluid into the bloodstream, raising blood pressure and forcing the kidneys to work harder to remove the extra load. High blood pressure damages the delicate filters inside the kidneys over time, often without causing pain or early warning. Another hidden issue with processed meats is phosphorus, especially phosphorus added during processing. This type of phosphorus is absorbed almost completely into the bloodstream, unlike natural phosphorus found in plant foods. Aging kidneys struggle to remove excess phosphorus efficiently, leading to mineral imbalances that weaken bones and harden blood vessels. When blood vessels stiffen, circulation to the kidneys worsens, reducing their filtering ability and creating a harmful cycle that slowly accelerates kidney decline. Chemical additives used in processed meats add another layer of strain. Preservatives such as nitrates and nitrites increase oxidative stress in the body. The kidneys must filter these chemical byproducts along with normal protein waste, increasing their workload. Over time, constant exposure to these compounds can inflame kidney tissue and damage blood vessels, raising the risk of chronic kidney disease. Processed meats also tend to be high in concentrated protein. Because they are easy to eat and heavily flavored, people often consume larger amounts without realizing it. This creates repeated protein spikes that flood the bloodstream with waste products the kidneys must clear. For seniors whose kidney function has already declined naturally, these repeated spikes can quietly push the kidneys beyond their comfort zone, even if blood tests still appear normal. Another problem is how processed meats affect hydration and appetite. High salt content increases thirst, but many seniors limit fluid intake to avoid frequent urination. This leads to dehydration, which concentrates protein waste in the blood and further stresses the kidneys. At the same time, processed meats can displace healthier foods, reducing intake of fiber and antioxidants that help protect kidney function. What makes processed meats particularly dangerous is how casually they are consumed. A slice here, a sandwich there, a quick breakfast or snack day after day. Each small serving seems harmless, but the cumulative effect over months and years can be significant. For seniors, reducing processed meat intake is one of the simplest and most powerful steps to protect kidney health. Choosing fresh protein sources instead allows the kidneys to work more gently, helping preserve balance, energy, and stability as the body continues to age. Organ meats have traditionally been valued for their rich nutrient content, and in many cultures they are seen as powerful foods that build strength and restore vitality. While it is true that liver, kidney, brain, and heart contain vitamins and minerals, they also come with characteristics that can be problematic for seniors, especially when kidney function is no longer at its peak. One of the biggest concerns with organ meats is their very high purine content. Purines are natural compounds that break down into uric acid in the body, and uric acid must be filtered out by the kidneys. When purine intake is high and kidney filtration is slower, uric acid can build up in the blood, quietly increasing stress on the kidneys. As uric acid levels rise, the risk of gout and kidney stones also increases. Kidney stones form when minerals and waste products crystallize in the kidneys or urinary tract. Aging kidneys are less efficient at flushing these substances out quickly, allowing crystals to form more easily. Even before stones develop, elevated uric acid can irritate kidney tissue and impair filtration over time. Seniors may not feel this happening, as the process is slow and often painless in its early stages. Another issue with organ meats is their dense protein load. Although they may seem like small portions, organ meats contain concentrated protein that generates a significant amount of metabolic waste. For aging kidneys already working with fewer functioning filters, this dense waste load can be overwhelming. Repeated exposure forces the kidneys to compensate by increasing pressure within their filtering units, which leads to gradual damage and decline in kidney efficiency. Organ meats are also rich in cholesterol and certain fats, which can contribute to inflammation and blood vessel dysfunction. When blood vessels become inflamed or stiff, circulation to the kidney suffers. Reduced blood flow limits the kidney's ability to filter blood efficiently, compounding the stress caused by protein waste and uric acid. Over time, this combination creates an environment where kidney damage progresses more quickly than many seniors realize. Another concern is how organ meats interact with existing health conditions. Many older adults live with high blood pressure, diabetes, or mild kidney impairment without obvious symptoms. In these cases, frequent consumption of organ meats can accelerate progression toward more serious kidney problems. What might be tolerable for a younger person becomes risky for an aging body. This does not mean organ meats must be completely forbidden, but they should be treated with caution and moderation. Occasional small amounts may be manageable, but frequent or large servings increase the burden on aging kidneys unnecessarily. Understanding how organ meats affect uric acid levels and kidney workload allows seniors to make informed choices that support long-term health. Protecting the kidneys means choosing foods that nourish without overwhelming, helping the body stay balanced, mobile, and resilient as the years continue to pass